Okay, I want to pull cards and ask, what about jailing? Yes, jailing 45 for obstruction of justice. Now he continues on his lie central to put out things that he is not supposed to be saying. He continues to do it and just basically gives the judge and the court system the finger that I'm going to damn well do whatever I please to do, and you're not going to do a thing about it. That's his view. Okay, I can get away with anything, just like his Access Hollywood, where he was bragging about what he gets away with sexually against women. And he does the same thing with the Justice Department. Okay, I think I'm wealthy, I'm the big con, and I can get away with anything because I was a former president. So what are you going to do about it? Okay, well, what are they going to do about it? They should have hauled his rear end into jail a long time ago. Okay, but let's look and see. What about jailing 45 for obstruction of justice? Let's see what the cards have to say. So the first thing we have out is, retreating him, jailing him, taking him out of commission. Okay, what about taking him out of commission for the stuff that he's doing? Above it, we have, they're working towards it. Okay, they told him in no uncertain terms. They told his lawyer, Takapina, you better talk to 45 and his egregious, snaky kids, that they need to knock it off. Okay, so let's see what we have here. The foundation, for their lies, for the stuff they're doing in the dark, for the things they continue to try to get away with. Okay, so that's what we have going into it. So it looks like the cards are listening. Now I'm going to pull a Lenormand and just see if it's going to aid in any other, any more information. So about taking him out of action, this is a tough wheel, okay? This is the grinding wheel. It may be that justice needs to get married to the truth and do it, okay? Do it. Take him out, put his Royal Highness in jail where he has no access to his gold toilette and hot and cold running servants. So let's see what we have now. What's going on now with this? This is, the push is coming. He's feeling backed up. I think it's a double-edged sword. They're feeling backed up with this nonsense. So we're looking at an oncoming action. Let me pull in the Lenormand with this as well and just see what we have. Wake up. This is about waking up, woke, coming to reality, beyond the illusion, waking up out of that to reality. So it's saying you're being pushed and now we're waking up. Above it, this is a spin. He thinks he can just be there, the merchant. His desires, his wishes are paramount, and he's damn well going to continue to do it. Okay? So this is what he keeps trying to sell. Okay? It's the action he takes based on his mental drama. Okay? The foundation is they're looking at going forward. They're looking at possible actions. Let's see what we have at the center of it. We have, guess who? 45. and his consciousness of the narcissist of I'm wealthy, I hold on to power, I control it, I can get away with whatever I want to get away with. Well, fireworks, okay? I can continue to put out fireworks. I can continue to do what I'm doing, give the finger to justice, and say, what are you going to do about it? Above it, we have, he doesn't listen, okay? I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to, I'm locked into whatever it is I'm going to do, okay? I refuse to listen. The foundation is the victory. Now the double-edged sword. Who's going to have the victory in this? He thinks he'll get a victory by continuing to put out these explosive things, these drama-filled things, and says, I'm not going to listen, okay? So it's that continual narcissistic thing of I'm paramount, I was president, I'm in control, I'll put out whatever I feel like putting out because it's my First Amendment right, even though it's not. When you have a court order, it's not your First Amendment right to continue to put out this stuff and obstruct justice. But that's his view. That's what's at the center of it. Okay? So the challenge is America and what's being birthed. Okay? What's being put out to the public? And what are we going to do about this? The sacrifice. Are we going to continue to sacrifice Americans? Are we going to continue to sacrifice justice? Are we going to continue to allow this guy to basically eviscerate people, okay, with his lies central? Above it, we have tower moment, okay? This is coming to a head. And the foundation is who's going to take action? Are they going to stand up and be a leader against this nonsense? So now, when we have here in the challenge part, 3 major arcana, okay? 3 major arcana with this. What are they going to do? This is a pivotal point, a pivotal moment, because the other major arcana was when we're coming into it, his ongoing deceptive practices that he's been doing and continues to do. So now we have come, as you see in this reading, the pivotal moment of this is the challenge. So let's look at the clarification. What do we have? The Repugly Uglies, okay? The Repugly Uglies, not a surprise, okay? The MAGA, the snaky feel, okay? The toxicity that they continue to put out, ends justify the means. Underneath of it, the divergent path that they've decided to walk. They're not walking the path of democracy. They are out and out anarchists. Tear down the government. Okay, above it, we need to have a strong action. So who's going to have the strong action? Is it going to be the Repugly Uglies that would, if you jail Trump, we're going to come out? But we need to look at this deeper, okay? This is something that requires deep looking at what is taking place. He needs to be jailed and find out finally there are consequences to your actions. Okay? People need to get over this fear mode about actually holding this fool accountable. So let's see what we have underneath of it. We have this holding on. Okay? He's trying to hold on to power evidence. They need to hold on to the evidence to have it done right. We have what? The fishtails. His lies central, that he continues to put this out there and causing this difficulty mentally and emotionally with people. By what? Trying to overturn things, hanging things up with his nightmare scenarios, with his dark money. So now we're dealing with the burden of what? His manipulations. Okay? And it's time for what? Judgment. So we're going to have to see what's being offered, if they are actually going to start taking action against all of this stuff that he continues to put out, because it is time for what? The time for this to come to its conclusion, this chapter, when it comes to what he's putting out to people. So let's go through it and we'll see what's driving this underneath of it. This is a bigger deal that's coming down from the planets, okay? This is a bigger deal. So what we have, what's fueling this underneath of it all, this hanging up stuff, trying to put out his different viewpoint, overturning, wanting to overturn and manipulate, smoke and mirrors, the drama he continues to do, that it's coming now to a point of judgment. We need to have some judgment and bring this to a conclusion, this chapter, because this is affecting people, affecting a lot of people and society, etc. So let's go in and we're going to break down the reading here in its basic elements. We'll look at the Lenormand here real quick. What we have going into it is this harsh wheel is coming, the karmic wheel. And we need to take strong measures. We need to wake up to what? The fireworks that this guy continues to put out about the sacrifices, the people he's willing to sacrifice and eviscerate with his toxicity, his venomous stuff. I'd say that's pretty clear, okay? The overarching thing of, they're continuing to put out this drama of hate-filled. So we go into it. The overarching thing is his illusion and his dark methodologies that he continues to do, his fabricated stuff. We are coming to the challenge, the point of an impaction, okay, blow up, because we see what he's birthing to the American people, and we need to look at things. We need to have a leader to take action and to delve more deeply into what has happened and how it affects America and the justice system and what is coming down and how it's being done. So going into it, working on looking at his place of saying, I'm in power, I'm in control, and also the uber right, the radical right, and what they're doing when it comes to daily life, when it comes to monetary stuff, when it comes to things of power that they keep trying to railroad. We have the wish-fulfilling card of the merchant, what this guy and what the uber right are trying to sell. This emotional drama that he continues to put out to try to sell his viewpoint and railroading justice. We need to take him out of action because he is absolutely unwilling to hear, unwilling to take anything in. And we have, again, the double-edged sword. Who is going to be the one to take action and put this into place, this mentality? Are we going to allow them to continue to run roughshod, or are we going to take the bull by the horns and actually put out the truth of what's happening? When it comes to the actions, he's pushed against the back of the cliff now, and the Justice Department is pushed to the back of the cliff now. So it depends on looking forward, who is going to have the victory, okay? Who's going to have the victory? It's in the hands of the court now. Will the judge have the cojones to finally say to 45 and his snaky children that that's it? Jail. You can sit in jail because you do not have the right to obstruct justice any longer, and we don't give a rat's ass who you are or who you were. You cannot obstruct justice. You cannot continue to give justice the finger and say, what are you going to do about it? Okay? It's time to show him what they're going to do about it. It's time to finally take the bull by the horns and say enough is enough, and take him down a few pegs and give him a reality check of the harsh light of truth. You know, again, sometimes you have to have tough love, and it's time for that. It's way past time for that. Okay? So I'm going to leave this here. I think that was a strong read coming through. No ambivalence in that, what was coming out as to what's happening and what needs to be done, what's on the line. So thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you online.